Hi.
Thanks for coming.
Hey, girl.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, grrr.
Well, hello, and thanks for coming, UK. My name's Seth. What's yours?
Hello, Jamal is here.
Hi, it's Stony.
Hey, everybody. We're back again to bring you full coverage of everything going down in RuPaul's cinematic universe. We are, of course, back again to bring you full coverage. I think I said that already. Sorry, y'all. This kombucha is hitting hard.
It's that good shit.
Let me just tell you, this kombucha slaps.
That top shelf bucha.
Yes, but we are back. We're happy to be back with you guys again. Of course, this week, still only covering UK, but next week, we are loading you up, baby. We got so much drag to talk about next week.
Ooh, that is what he said.
It's the fall of drag.
Yes, girl. Fall is not disappointing us. Oh my gosh, there's so much news to get into this week. Like, are you guys ready?
Yes, let's serve it up hot.
Yeah. Well, I figure we'll start with RuPaul's new bitch track, Blame It on the Edit.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's the rage these days.
Riveting stuff.
I just imagine, I thought this was maybe a sexy time song at first. I was like, just imagine you're with a hot trade, the lights come down, the disco ball turns on.
Ooh, and spin slowly.
Yeah, nice and slow. It's like, are we going to turn on some Marvin Gaye? No, we're turning on RuPaul's Blame It on the Edit, and I'm going to get pregnant.
Definitely reaching out to the TikTok crowd with this track.
Yeah, that's so my initial thought was, oh, this is a sexy jam. But then I'm like, why is RuPaul talking to me about blaming it on the edit while she's fucking me? And then I was like, wait, this is supposed to be a TikTok song.
Yeah, wait for it. There's going to be a challenge that goes along with it. Someone's working on it as we speak.
Yes, girl. Sissy your walk right on over to TikTok where you can blame it on your own edit. Edit us a new TikTok.
I created this TikTok, and I'm blaming the edit of the TikTok.
Yeah, that's why it's bad, because I'm blaming on the edit.
I feel like
I don't know.
I feel like we can get some slow and sensual runways from the queens if they're just walking out to this music.
Yeah, I think the part that I don't know. I mean, besides the fact that I just laughed the whole time because I didn't know what was happening for the whole time the song was playing. I think what upset me the most is she got on Pandora's case for her wasting lyrics or whatever by making silly sounds in her in the girl group challenge in All Stars.
Oh,
and
see.
In this song, she has lyrics like "Da il nana, ego playing tricks on ya, da ooh la la, nobody's trying to shit on ya." Big Mama make you want to say ha ha, a la-di-da-di, say what you want. I'm like, what is even happening here? You can't rhyme words anymore?
I was having a hearty cackle during that whole segment.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't know.
What the hell?
I enjoyed just the Twitter banter whenever she tweeted it out, just because all of the comments from the queens and stuff. I just thought it was hilarious. And I saw on Instagram, I think it was, where Willem had commented just the word funny underneath it. But I just think the Fifi O'Hares of the world and the Willems, they probably hate it so much.
Well, that was one of my other thoughts too. I was like, is RuPaul secretly jealous and wanting to get down with Fifi O'Hara, and she wrote this sexy song as a shot, she's shooting her shot to Fifi?
Could you imagine? Oh my gosh, internet, do your thing and let us know.
It's I don't know, girl, this is wild. But yeah, I think it was one of the Canna girls I saw that saying how RuPaul made this whole song gaslighting the queens that made her make the show do so well, basically.
Oh yikes, I just love how honest everyone is.
Yeah, everyone's like, this isn't it, sis. I don't think RuPaul got the response she was hoping for.
Definitely not.
Yeah,
Definitely not. All right, we've got to move on to our second story, and this section is all about Ahura, the newly canceled Ahura.
Oh my gosh, do we have updates?
Yes, girl. There's still so much happening in this story
Yikes.
that I think everyone maybe is piling on now that Ahura's officially canceled. But yes, last week, Joe Black, of course, from the season 2 with Ahura on UK. Joe Black performed a song about villains, and part of this song was a verse about, I think she started it by singing Ahura's verse from UK Hun.
Oh.
And then it goes, then she went into these lyrics. She said, "I got COVID, didn't isolate. What a fucking dickhead."
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Because like a while ago, Ahura, I guess, got COVID at some point and like was out clubbing and not quarantining like a normal person would.
Oh, goodness.
So,
Oh,
like
no.
after she knew that she
Yeah,
had...
she fully knew she had COVID and was out clubbing.
You know that she probably passed that Hot Pocket around a few times at night, too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Damn, girl.
Why are you doing this?
So
To the
Ahura-
COVID, not passing your Hot Pocket around.
Yeah, she's been having really bad luck. Apparently, also at a viewing party, she told the attendees that Veronica Green would be going home early in the season.
Oh, shit.
Spoilers.
Yes. So I saw some tweets that were like, me watching the show already knowing that Veronica's going home because Ahura spoiled it.
Yikes.
So,
Yikes.
Ahura's, really taking it from all sides.
She's got to log off. She's got to just disappear for a moment.
Yeah, well, she did delete her Twitter. I don't know if we've said that on the show yet, but she did delete her Twitter. And then I did actually come across some tweets that were posted. Maybe it's a tweet posted to Instagram, but they were tweets made by Ahura's actual mom,
Oh, shit.
biological mom.
Uh-huh.
And these tweets at this point, they're probably about a couple weeks old from this point. But they say, or she says, the mom, "I very rarely come onto this platform, but I need to speak out. I brought my son home for a while. His mental state is extremely low, and I'm worried how much more he can take. I'm talking as the mother of George, not anything to do with Ahura. Having to keep checking on my son through the night, hearing him cry through the door, and not knowing when it's going to end or even how it's going to end is breaking me. Please, before you write that tweet, add a comment, post a video. Remember, there's a family that absorbs every emotion too. George is my 25-year-old son. I've been through the most amazing times and the most devastating and heart-wrenching too, but this is the lowest he's ever been. Please don't make me have to post the worst news that a mother would ever have to."
Yeah.
So we, I guess, actually get to have a little bit of a reminder that even though these people are doing shady, horrible things, do we want them to kill themselves? No.
Correct.
Yeah, I think it's just like it's hard, like social media, like, and we've talked about it before, but it's just hard because like you said, people will pile on, and it's like, okay, like if they do one thing and then people just want to come out of the like woodwork and just be like, well, Ahura did this, Ahura did that.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It can be a lot. Like it has, like for Ahura, who wasn't like on, like nobody really talked about Ahura on social media, right? Until she came on the show in season 2. Like it has to be such a whirlwind to have to go through that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like, I'm not like trying to excuse her actions. Like, I'm not
Right.
saying Ahura is like a good person and we should just be like, oh, Ahura, haha, or whatever, and just like look over it. But at the same time, like, you do have to remember that like what you tweet at these queens, like they do read it all and it affects them and things like that. Because like when I'm trying to be a little bit like, posting a shady tweet or whenever I'm posting shady tweets, it's not like go kill yourself. It's not like those types of things. But it's like, if I'm just posting a shady thing about a queen, I don't at her because she doesn't need to see it. It's just something funny for the people that follow us.
Right.
And,
some of the
I see
queens
it,
go looking for that, but I mean, we're
Yeah,
not
some do.
ill-intentioned, and the people who are ill-intentioned with their tweets.
yes. And if I, do put their full name in the tweet, I do try and like put like little asterisk in there so that like, it's people can't
Not
search the name and
searchable,
find it. Yeah. And stuff like that. So it's like, it's like maybe you can try doing things like that. Whoever's listening to this, instead of just like fully adding the girl and just talking mad shit.
Yeah, I mean, these people go on these television shows, and I mean, we can say that this is what they signed up for, but a lot of people handle this kind of attention very differently. And being exposed, I'm sure they feel backed into a corner. So I'm sure there's just a lot that's going on in their head right now, but definitely be mindful of everyone's state.
Yes, girl. And last news story that we have to talk about is to deal with River Medway. So on her Instagram, she posted, how they post all the pictures of their outfits and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So she made a post about her purple dress from last week.
Oh.
And she says, fun fact, this was actually my finale outfit, but I was so worried about my runway that I wore it this week. Also, I styled this Anna Nicole Smith-inspired wig at 3 a.m., blah, 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 blah. Anyways, so I thought it was interesting that she wore her finale look in episode 2.
Oh, my goodness. So if she makes it to the finale, what will she wear? She was just like, oh, shit, girl, we need to pull out the big guns now.
Yeah, she's like, I need to get Rupaul off my ass.
Damn.
Yeah, that is interesting. I wonder what the look was supposed to be originally. Like, it must have been something really bad then, right?
I guess. I mean, I think, being in the bottom in the first episode, like, River's like, damn, like, I can't take no chances for next week.
Yeah, no more music outfits for River.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. And I guess also maybe like a small update to our story last week about River's tweet, about other Rue girls talking about and being overly critical of the UK queens. I don't know the full story, but I did happen into a Twitter space where Bob the drag queen, it was an outer space, girl. I did go into there and I heard like the end of a conversation between Bob and River, and they were like joking about like fighting each other or something like that. So I'm just assuming they made up basically.
I don't know if I saw this on Twitter or where I saw it, but I definitely saw something where Bob tweeted out like, no, we're good or something. So I think it was just shenanigans on Twitter.
Yeah. Twitter shenanigans.
Bob probably texted them and were like, do you want to do this Twitter space thing really quick?
Yeah.
Knowing
Well, there
Bob.
was a lot of queens in there. It was like, I'm trying to remember everyone who was in there. I think Ella Vidae was in there.
Oh, fun. Like a big
Joey
group.
J. Yeah, I
Joey
think.
J.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of the dolls were in there. So it was. I mean, they were kind of like pulling. River was pulling up the dolls so they could talk too.
That's fun. I need to pop into more of those when I see the little purple cloud at the top of my feed.
Yeah, girl, that's not gas. That's a Twitter space. All right, you all, let's go ahead and get into our honesty spill of the week. We have a whole episode to talk to you about. Honesty. Hey, everybody, we are back again, and we are getting into this week's episode of Drag Race UK. Of course, it's a brand new week. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new life for all of us.
Feeling bright and shiny and new.
That's right,
Another
girl.
Day of Squid Games, just here and ready to play.
Dewy and snatched skin. All of that.
Yeah. I like the eyes. It's like red light, green light on the runway.
Oh, God.
and then like Michelle and is like shooting the ones that move.
Oh my
With her
God.
eyes.
Yeah. Well, RuPaul's the one with the eyes, but Michelle's like telepathically connected. She knows who to shoot. Yeah, for sure.
Damn.
Yeah.
I love it.
And that exhausts my knowledge of Squid Game because I only watched the first episode.
You have to watch the rest.
How dare you?
No, I listened to KT and OT on For Your Reference podcast. I was like, honestly, I'm not going to watch the rest of this series. So I just listened to their podcast about it. So I mostly know what happened.
They were going off.
Honestly, yeah, their podcast, because I listened to part of it when Jamal was listening to it. And yeah, it was kind of spot on. It was like really good. And then it did that thing where the last episode sucks.
Yeah.
That
I was
so
like,
bad.
I was like, if this whole like, you know, if I'm just gonna go ahead and spoil the rest of this show, like the people that I would want to do that are KT and Odie. So yeah, go check out their episode on Squid Game. It's really great. For Your Reference podcast. All right. Well, in this episode, of course, you know, at the very beginning, you see all the girls without Victoria being called for room mail. And so I'm like, girl, that's it, girl. Signed, sealed, delivered.
I know. I noticed right away that they weren't there, and I was so sad.
I know.
Yes, girl. And RuPaul comes out to let us all know that Victoria Scone did not get approval from the doctor. However, this isn't the last that we'll see of her.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, my God. What does that mean?
Well, if you can't compete in the Squid Games, you get killed. I don't know.
That's what would happen.
Sorry, Victoria.
We gotta take you out back and shoot you like you would a horse or something.
Yeah.
If you can't sashay, bitch, you're gonna catch this. You're gonna catch this heat. Oh shit!
Here's what's gonna happen. So after that, we get right into like a really good mini challenge that I enjoyed. There's this new social app called Finder.
Oh, this is
and yeah, the queens get into quick mask drag and do a little ad for us.
Oh my gosh, I was cracking up at Kitty Scott Claus.
Yeah, that one, she was one of my favorites from this mini challenge.
They were super butch on the sidelines, and then as soon as that app got pulled up, they were all like, super sweet and high pitched, like super dainty.
I was also gagging over her Mean Girls reference.
Yes.
What's your favorite date?
Yes, I caught that. April 25th.
Yeah.
It's not too hot. It's not too cold. That was really funny. I also really liked Crystal. I thought that she was... Well, I didn't like Crystal. I just was like... wanted to talk about her because she painted a lot like Raven in this mini challenge. And I was like, ooh, girl, she is dark.
Oh, yeah. They attack... They love to fall into the bronzer or whatever that shit is.
I know. Like, honestly, like, I remember us talking about this on UK Season 2, and I feel like UK Season 3, she's even darker. Like, I don't know if it just, I hadn't seen it in a while, but it's like, damn, like, she's super dark this time.
I thought that was BB, Zahara Benet.
Yeah.
I was like, why is BB here?
Crystal is giving very Home Alone, Lady with the Birds Under the Bridge, and Home Alone 2.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Also, I just don't like that, like, Raven's giving, like, makeup advice either when she's, like, painted so dark. Like, I'm
and
like...
the show is called Painted.
I know.
Like blackface.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Black-faced.
Alleged. Sorry. We're
Make
not
it
getting
make
sued.
sense.
I know, girl. Yeah, she stayed in the air fryer a little too long. But
I'm just
yes,
matching my tan. Okay, queen. Okay.
all right, well, yeah, sure. So other people that I thought that did really good were, of course, Scarlett. I was really shocked at how mask that Scarlett went, but I guess I shouldn't be because, you know, with the Cockney accent like that, you know, she's got a dirty mouth on the regular, it seems.
Scarlett is just like a human noodle. Like all you see is arms and legs. So when they were doing this whole Finder bit, it was just so funny to watch because they're showing you more of themselves every week. And
Oh, yeah.
they're like really funny. So the queen should definitely watch out.
Yeah, she's been one of my favorites from the get-go. Like, I don't know, I feel like she's really like stepping up like in the competition. Like, I hope she makes it far. I feel like she will, because I don't know, some of the queens maybe aren't stepping it up so much.
Well,
Yeah.
especially with Veronica and Victoria out, I feel like she's one of the stronger ones now.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
And I did have a question for you about Ella Viday's performance.
Oh.
Do you like her body?
I mean, sure.
I mean, honestly, like, I watched the episode twice and I barely remember like her whole thing that she did.
All I remember
was-
is like the half moon at the end, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
thanks for
she
the
like
show."
Yeah.
But that's all I remember.
Yeah. I mean, she played to her strengths, I guess.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
wasn't like funny to me, I guess. I don't know.
We were talking
Yeah.
about that off mic. We were like, Ella Viday's got to start bringing like more of who they are. Like, I don't know what it is about like the muscular queens on Drag Race, but they're lacking spirit or something, or pizzazz maybe is the word.
There's
just little
no,
pizzazz.
No charisma, no uniqueness,
Oh, shit.
little to minimum nerve, and a handful of talent.
Oh no.
Yeah, because there is something about her. I was telling Jamal this too. Like, her looks this season too. Like, I've just like, I can't tell you why I don't like them. Like, I just don't really care for them. And I'm like,
Well, I think they kind of called her out for that on the runway, the judges.
yeah, but it's like, I don't know. It's just weird because it's like in theory, what she's wearing like looks good and it's fine. But like, I'm just like, I don't really like it.
Tony's like, nah, queen.
I don't know. It's really weird. It's like they try to find like the most like attractive as, you know, out of drag queens this season, because there are a lot of attractive queens on the show
Totally.
this season. And I'm like, yeah, Ella Viday is like maybe there to be trade or something like that. But I don't, as far as drag, I'm not seeing, I don't get it, basically,
Stoney
which
said
is what
it-
the judges said.
Yeah, Stoney said it best earlier too, off mic. They should probably like just go work at like Disney and dress as like a character. They could be
Aladdin.
they could be a prince or a
Well,
princess.
No,
super verse.
the reason I made that comment was because, and we haven't gotten to the runways yet, but like her, like Jane and, or her like first look that she came out with, I was like, and I think I was watching.
She's like a bug catcher.
I forget. It was one of those recap shows or whatever, but they're saying like she's from Jane and Tarzan. And
Yeah.
I told Jamal, I was like,
Was it fashion photo?
honestly, like, it looks like she should just be like at the Disney park when you like walk in and she's like one of the people like dressed as a princess.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I can see that. I can see it. I see where we're going.
Maybe they'll bring the flavor in future episodes.
I mean, Nina West better watch out. She's gonna get her job taken away.
shit.
I know. So the winner of this mini challenge is Scarlett, which, you know, I agreed with. I think there were a lot of strong performances, but I think Scarlett was the one that went for it the most.
Yeah, they definitely stood out amongst all the queens.
Yeah, definitely. So then we get into the Maxi Challenge, and we have two camping-themed runways. One outfit they brought from home. I think the category was like Happy Camper or something like that.
Yes.
And then the second one, they had to make out of camping supplies. And, of course, you know, Scarlett won the mini challenge, so she got an extra 15 seconds head start to pick her items.
15 seconds. I would just grab the closest thing that looked like a blanket.
Yeah, and she like knocked over the entire like fucking shelf too. So
15 second
Yeah.
tornado.
I would grab like one of those big fans they have on the set and just blow everything into one corner and then be like, yeah, that corner shit, that's mine.
just sabotage everyone.
Yeah. And then nobody has anything else to
Bah,
like.
shit. I love that.
Yeah. And then it's like from season 2 where like people have to come ask Veronica Green if she can, if they can have like some of her items.
Come beg and barter.
That's right. And then basically Scarlett gets to assign like who gets what, so she can be like, oh well, I want you to go home, so you get like a bean bag or something.
Damn, that would be super shitty.
I don't know, girl. But yeah, so they pick all their items and we get into the maxi challenge here. I was wondering if there were any outfits you would like to talk about this week.
Ooh, you're talking just from the design challenge, or I guess all of them?
Well, from any
Okay,
either runway.
both categories. I did enjoy Crystal's Girl Scout look.
Yeah, that was cute. It was like
It's very simple,
not
and
the most
safe.
creative, but it was polished.
Yeah, it was very polished, very simple and safe. Who else? I'm trying to think of like some of the creative ones. I did like the shape of River's outfit, but I felt like it probably could have used like more symmetry, especially with the top.
I really liked Charity's second runway, the one that she made. I thought that was really cool.
Oh, the half dress situation.
The half dress. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Charity's kind of like a kooky fashion clown on the runway for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She was really good. And I mean, it was like I think a lot of the other queens too kind of thought Charity would be at the top. So I mean, I don't know.
I think like I also really like Charity. Like I like both of her looks actually. I thought the first one was fun. Like she always brings like the murderous like bloody stuff.
The rabbit was great too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was scary.
But I do think Charity like is kind of getting like, I don't know, like it's weird because they're just like making her safe all the time, and it's like she's getting like the Denali thing where it's like she's gonna go home like episode 6 with like out explanation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like this sucks, like because we already see it coming.
Well, I thought she was going to go home this episode because she was getting a lot of storyline in this episode.
Yeah.
And so I thought they were setting her up to be like in the bottom 2 and go home because, you know, like last week she was in the bottom as well.
Well, I feel like they're just not ready for what Charity's bringing because there are moments where I'm like, well, let's see what else she can do. But also, like we've said on the show before, you have to like appreciate the queens for where they are when they get on the show, and then you want to see that grow and expand. So you can't just throw someone like her in a box because she does like one, or it seems, I should say, they do one type of style of drag. Like we'll get the glamour when it's time, like we kind of got it with the flapper outfit, but I think that Drag Race has to be careful with that because there are like a lot of talented queens, but if the queens get too into their head and derail themselves, it's like, you know, the show did it.
Blame it on the edit.
That's right. I guess it's part of the game. Like you have to accept the challenge and rise to it, but some of the queens get pushed into that corner. We've seen it time and time again.
I mean, my problem, and I don't want to like go too deep into it, but one of my problems with the show is that it's like they determine like the ranking before the show starts, and then it's like, well, this person's just screwed from the get-go.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want them at the top or whatever. So
Right. And that's what's also frustrating for me is just like, you know what kind of drag Charity does. You know what she's going to bring to the show and to the runway. Why even bring her if you're not even going to like pay her no mind, basically?
Right. They're looking for the wow still, I get it, but I feel like it's definitely coming for sure. I feel like they're going to come to their senses with Charity here soon.
And then like what about with Crystal, where they're basically like, oh, well, you just did really like too good. Like you just do good all the time. We're like, you have to do something different. It's like, well, do you want her to do a bad job?
it does kind of suck in that way just because she kind of set the bar so high for herself, and now they're just going to be like, well,
we've seen that before.
Yeah. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
I do think she had two really good looks tonight, and, like, what she designed was really cool. But, I mean, I was okay with her not winning.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
It's just kind of, like, funny in that way that
Yeah,
they do
Scarlett
that.
This is-
totally deserved to win tonight.
Yeah, I was definitely getting elevated Vivacious vibes from that crystal dress. But
I did like
yeah.
Cherise Mays. Like,
That confused peacock
Well,
number.
I didn't like so.
That was the first number was bad. You cannot change my mind that was bad.
No,
but
It
I
was
do
a
like the
Pokemon
second.
playing
I wasn't talking
football.
about the first one, but the
Okay,
first one.
I was like, girl, don't even try.
No, the first one. I want to say about that one though. It's so chaotic, and I do love her for that. Like, I love that she just comes out wearing God knows what, but she always like, I don't know. She's always able to like kind of mind fuck us with her like the way she thinks about things, and you're just like, okay.
Oh yeah,
like
she has a great personality.
yeah.
Super infectious.
So I don't know. I enjoyed her second look because it reminded me of like an Austin Powers villain, like something like that.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. I got what she was trying to do there.
Oh yeah, totally Austin Powers.
Yeah, I don't think it was as bad as the judges were saying, but it was not as like, it wasn't as like polished and finished as some of the other outfits we saw on the runway. So I think that's kind of what happened, like her downfall basically. But yeah, I remember when she came out in that blue look, I was like, how is this camping?
For real. It's like, she's the tarp, right? Is she what we cover everything with?
I guess. I was like, if you're going for Dora, you got to do a better job of like, getting the hair down or something like that, or like at least you got to play closer like homage to her if you're gonna sell us that storyline.
For real.
But and then also
go ahead.
Too, another bad outfit was Ella Viday's, like that second look.
For a second I like was into it, but the more I like looked at it, I was just like, no. It was like, oh, all right. Like, I get where they were trying to go with it. I just kind of wish that there was like a bright blue shoe or something just to kind of make the color pop continue.
Yeah.
It was just a lot going on with between a bright yellow coat and then a plaid dress.
I like the colors together. Something was off for me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking at it now and like I just don't like
Get it?
Yeah.
Like the shoes.
It's just
like,
not good.
imagine if the shoes were like blue. Like she'd feel like a piece of candy or something.
The thing is, the dress I think looks really nice on her. She's wearing a nice wig.
It fits her body well, yeah.
And like, I don't know.
Just not feeling it.
Yeah. It's very confusing.
It's understandable. I mean, I can't say anything. I mean, I agree. I can't say anything otherwise.
Sorry, Ella.
Yeah.
I would love to stick up for Ella.
Everyone's got like that thing, like we talk about people having the sauce. Like, I don't know what her sauce is yet.
Yeah. And I felt bad for Vanity, but also you just kind of glued stuff to a corset.
Girl, yeah. I wasn't sure about the hem for a second, but then the way the judges like were feeling about it, I was like, okay. I knew that they were going to get on her about that. And actually on Fashion Photo Review, they said that maybe she would have been safe if she shredded the fabric like under the rope.
Yeah.
To like make it blend and become like a whole moment. But she didn't do that, so it just felt unfinished, unfortunately.
Yeah, girl. And also Veronica Green had a couple really bad outfits. Yes. She basically wrapped a sleeping bag around her for the first one.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think Bimini got it right on Fashion Photo Review. Like, the festival kids that, like, go to shows and, like, you just listen to music all day and you camp and you go listen to more music and you camp some more. This look was probably something they understood, but Mama Ru and Michelle ain't going to get that. So
no,
you got to come
maybe
a little
Michelle,
harder or make it more ridiculous. So they're like, what does this mean?
Yeah.
Inspire them to ask the question.
I just felt so bad for the second look because I don't know, like it just you saw the train wreck coming during the episode.
Queen Mother
and then
Lufa.
for her to like walk out there, I mean, it looks like when Vanjie like went home that first episode where it's just like
I was gonna say like it looks like her drag on a dime outfit.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for her. Like, of course, like it's easy for us to say, oh, this is what I would have done. But I wonder why wouldn't you just like take the material and like still do the same effect on the mermaid part of the dress, but maybe instead of trying to make them poofy on the bodice, like just lay the fabric down and overlap it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how hard that is to do. But I was like, oh, Veronica, I wanted better for you, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely wanted better for Veronica. Let's go ahead and take a quick little break here, and then we can get back into a couple more topics and then get into some trade.
Ooh, trade.
Hi, Queens. Oh my gosh, we're on break. Thanks for coming.
This is a part of the show where we refill our drinks and you get time to leave us a review. It lets us know how we are doing and lets more Drag Race fans sashay our way.
You could also tip us while you're listening to the show like you would tip a Rue Girl at their show. You can Venmo us at TFC Pod or on Cash App to $TFC Pod to thank us for all the hard work that goes into making a show like this.
Oh my gosh, we better get back to the show.
I've got my drink and I am ready to untuck, Mary.
Let's get back into the Interior Illusions Lounge and record the rest of the podcast.
So tell me why you're out here in a bathing suit with no corset and a belt.
Shut up, Michelle.
Oh, and by the way, you're not my real dad, and you never will be. Anyways, back to the show. Hey everybody, welcome back to our Honesty Spill of the Week. We are back again to bring you the rest of the episode. We're going to kind of go back in time a little bit. We're going to go back into the preparation of the runways that we just talked about. And I think a very important story that we need to talk about is when Charity Case was talking about her experience contracting HIV at such a young age.
Oh yeah, this was a big moment for Charity on the show for sure.
Yeah, well, it's a big moment for a lot of people that have, are in similar situations.
That's right. This being shared, it definitely extends to viewers and people who have had the experience for sure. Yeah. And we've all kind of been in that position, being the young queen and being taken advantage of that way. People say whatever to get into your pants, and unfortunately some people are just not very good people.
No,
and sometimes maybe it's an accident, but this is why it's important to know your status and all that.
And it's terrible too that it's terrible that happened to her, but it's even more terrible is the gays on the apps telling her those horrible comments.
Yeah, that's so
and it's just that's so I don't know, it's just so bad. Why would you ever say shitty things to somebody on the app just because they're positive?
It's very ignorant too. It's if you read a pamphlet these days, the information's everywhere.
Well, and Charity is such a well, first of all, very attractive, really interesting. I feel like she would be a lot of fun to hang out with. And so it's so what? She has HIV, she's not transmissible. You're not going to get HIV from her. She's taking care of herself, and it's fine.
Right, but they don't know how to spell words that. So.
I was like Kitty. I was I just want to hug you, girl.
I know.
And it's even if she was I don't know, transmissible, it doesn't give you a right to be shitty to her.
Oh, yeah.
And say horrible things. I don't know. It's just people are so rude.
Yeah, people are real rude, girl. And I don't know, man. It's just such an unfortunate story. It sounds like Charity was young and dumb and was going out and partying all the time, right after turning 18. So she can drink and go into the clubs and all that sort of stuff. And it sounds like I don't really know the full details, of course, but it sounds like, she was really drunk and was taken advantage of a bit, because you can't consent when you're that drunk and fucked up. So, because she said not only did she get HIV, she got a bunch of other STIs as well. So, this is just it's not just not knowing your status. It's just this person's a piece of shit.
Right. And when we say by accident, when I said that earlier, sometimes people sleep together for a hookup and, you might catch something. But I mean, come on, the whole kit and caboodle, this person was just not a good person.
Yeah, definitely not. And it's just how do you process that being 18? It's it kind of like, if you watched the HBO show It's a Sin, it's like how do you deal with being positive being such a young age? Of course, that was when the show was back in the 80s, where luckily much farther advanced, where people can still live a normal life. There's no shame in it. It's just it doesn't make you dirty. It's just sometimes people don't know, and sometimes people are just assholes.
Right.
But I loved that by talking about it, she really brought the topic to the forefront. Like, I saw everybody like resharing what she was saying and stuff like that. So it's good to spread the knowledge. Maybe it gets more people tested, things like that, so you can actually know your status.
That's right. And also more awareness too about how to talk about these kind of things. Our community and all the others could always use a nice reminder.
Absolutely. So to round out the show, the winner of the Maxi Challenge was also Scarlett in her beautiful plaid dress.
She cleaned up this week, looking like blonde Cher's lost sister.
She was painted very soft this week.
We didn't really go into detail about their runway, but they know how to like work their eyes. It's like very pageanty, but not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've like really enjoyed her this season. Like her runway looks have been pretty good, I feel like. And this one tonight I really like. Just, I don't know, it was very simple, but it was like basically perfect.
Yeah,
like
it was executed well.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The bottoms this episode were Vanity Milan and Veronica Green.
Veronica, we saw it coming, unfortunately, and Vanity, damn, she just can't
Catch a break. Yeah, her makeup was on point this week though. Because I did notice that she was a bit shiny last week, but her makeup was great. And actually just, I'm going to do something we normally don't do, and I'm going to compliment Michelle Visage. I thought her eyes looked great, and I thought she actually looked really nice in this episode. Like, some of her looks are like, they're, fine, nothing wrong with it. But I just think she looked especially nice in this week's episode. So this could be the last time you hear us compliment Michelle, so take it for what it is.
Michelle does look nice in blue, yes.
Blue's her color. But yes, so then at the of course they lip sync. The queen that ends up going home is surprisingly Veronica Green.
I feel like that she just got a raw deal this episode with helping all the other queens, not having enough time for herself. And unfortunately, just in the lip sync, she didn't do a bad job, but she just kind of looked like one of those confetti poppers you pull and the pieces go everywhere.
And I felt bad for her too, because the way she was painted, like you couldn't really see her whole face, so it was harder for her to like express the emotions for the lip sync.
Yeah. I don't mean to laugh, but that's like, it's totally true. She's just kind of being faded, like literally faded.
Yeah.
Into like the surroundings.
Yeah. So I was like, I was a little bit shocked that Veronica left the competition so early. She's not really ever been my favorite queen, but I think she's like a really like great person. Like I really liked seeing her help the other queens and like being supportive and stuff like that. So like just because she's not my cup of tea, like I still want to give her props, because also too I saw she posted at like a iOS press release this week after she was eliminated.
I saw that.
And she was saying how like she was kicked, they stopped production in season 2 and she was not able to work. She didn't have any money, and then they go right back into the competition, so she's still not working. And then I think she said like maybe 2 months later is when they started filming this season, so she had like no money basically, and she was like like really struggling financially. So it was like it was hard. I understand the struggle. Like she was like, I probably shouldn't have come back to season 3, which is hard to say, but I mean, if you're given the opportunity, you want to take it.
Yeah, it's hard to say no when it's like, oh, I may never get this chance again.
Right, like with Victoria too.
Yeah, so I don't know. I hope we still like see more Veronica Green. I know like maybe like a couple years or something when she has like more time to like just live her life and we can maybe get out of COVID one day, hopefully. But yeah, I've always loved Veronica, and I still enjoyed her this season.
I like that story about the dress that she was wearing last week, that she like made it during quarantine and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was really
That
cool.
was cool.
Yeah. And so I'm like, damn, now I feel bad for making fun of her. I still don't like her wig though. That was my main issue. My main issue is the wig, not the dress.
Oh,
Yeah.
Said I still don't like your wig.
You still look like shit.
Damn,
I said
sis.
what I said.
I did like her exit line too. Well, the party's over.
Well, that's all she wrote.
Until next time.
Yeah,
VG.
Veronica will have a great career. She already has a great career, so it's like, it sucks that she got out so early, but I'm also not worried for her because she is so well liked that she'll be fine.
Totally.
Let's go ahead and switch gears and get into our fantasy league. Stoney, would you like to tell us how everyone's doing?
Oh, we're just doing wonderful over here on the fantasy
On
league.
Team Stoney?
So this was a bad week for me because my team is getting decimated with both Victoria Scone going out and Veronica Green as well.
So Stoney lost half his team. Okay.
Just a whole lot of nope for you.
So now all I have is River Medway.
Ooh, good luck.
So we're hoping that she'll survive past the next 2 episodes.
Well, Vitch, she already used her finale dress, so
Yeah, she already used her
you better throw up a prayer.
Thoughts and prayers
So
to Stoney's
anyway,
team.
so with that being said, after 3 full episodes, I am in last place with 30 points.
Good job, girl. You're trying.
Jamal's in second place with 60 points.
Ooh.
And Seth is way ahead with 125 points.
Damn.
Me.
Okay.
Little old me.
And I might just break the record for lowest points in a
Ooh.
season because if River goes home, like I'm gonna end up
No
with like
points.
30 points for
Yeah.
the season.
You're like the brave little toaster right now.
Yeah, girl. You're on your last life for sure. You've died 8 times. That you're on the cat's last life. Oh my gosh. Well, that is very unfortunate for Stoney, but very great for me. Let's go ahead and switch into talking about some trade, huh?
Trade.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Trade. We have a very special trade pick for you this week, brought to you by Stoney.
Yeah, so this week the trade is coming to you from Legendary Season 1. If you haven't seen Legendary on HBO, go and watch it. It's the most amazing show ever created.
It's very fun.
But yeah, so I have I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Jazul.
Jazul.
Oh my gosh,
Escada.
queen.
Well, I didn't want to say it wrong. Like I thought
That's
it was
fair.
Jazul.
Jazul Escada.
From the House of Escada.
Ooh.
This is a good one.
And yeah, I just love him because I don't know, like he's just adorable to me.
He gives me sexy teddy bear vibes. and
Yeah,
when
it's
he
like a teddy bear.
Yeah, when he walked that body category on his season, like he looked so good to me.
Yeah, I mean, I
Oh.
guess, like, he's not my type. Like, he's not ugly, but he's not hot either. So, I don't know.
Sounds like it's not right, but
Rude.
it's okay.
You have to watch
Basically.
Legendary. It's so good.
If I watch the show, will I fall
He's
in
got
love with
like
him?
Yeah, you'll probably fall in love with him just like America did.
Okay.
He's definitely got like an athletic build. He's got like a beard and hair in all the right places. It looks like his chest would make a very nice pillow.
Yeah. He has 2 eyeballs and 2 arms and 2 legs.
Yeah, bitch. It's my trade. So follow him. Watch Legendary season 1 and then watch season 2 as well. But season 1 has the trade in it. So
Yeah, girl. I got to binge all these. There's just so many TV shows going on. I'm having a very hard time keeping up.
yeah, it's a lot.
I will get to it, though. I will get there. But thank you all for coming, of course. If you would like to pick next week's trade, feel free to send us a profile on Instagram or Twitter, and we'll be happy to give our reactions to your trade. What am I forgetting, Jamal?
Go to thanksforcomingpodcast.com for all things TFC. I will be updating the UK Season 3 fantasy scores this week. You'll find all of that on our link tree, of course. And don't forget to leave us a review and rate us 5 stars wherever you listen to your podcasts. We would greatly appreciate it.
Yes, girl. And we will be back with an action-packed episode next week. We've got Canada's Drag Race, the Dragula, the continuation of UK Season 3, and we're here.
Yes, it's going to be a jam-packed episode, so get ready.
It's kind of the first time we're going to have like our new format in action.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see how it sounds. Hopefully it's not too chaotic.
Oh, it's going to be
I
chaotic.
think it'll be fine. Just bring your cocktails.
Yeah.
And water.
Yeah.
Or tea.
See, here's the trick is you drink the cocktails until the break, and then after the break you switch to water so you can sober up a little bit and drive home.
There you go. I like that plan.
That's the trick. I've really found the balance there, and yeah.
Life is about moderation.
That's right.
We're so wise on this show.
Yeah.
Let us know how wise we are in those reviews.
Yes, girl. Thank you again for coming, everybody. We'll be back next week. But until then, bye.
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 Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
Goodbye.